Doby the donkey trotted through the lush green forest, his long ears twitching at every rustle in the undergrowth. The air was thick with the scent of pine and damp earth. Suddenly, he stopped abruptly. A high-pitched, desperate cry pierced the quiet air. Doby's heart raced as he pushed through the thick, heavy leaves, his eyes searching for the source of the distress. He spotted a tiny lion cub named Leo, pinned helplessly under a cruel tangle of sharp, woody thorns. Doby did not hesitate for a single second. He hooked his strong teeth onto a thick, jagged branch and pulled backward with all his might. The thorns snapped with a loud crack, and Leo tumbled out onto the soft moss. Rubbing his scratched and aching paws, they were safe, but only for a moment. Before they could celebrate their escape, the sky turned a bruised, angry purple. A sudden crack of thunder shook the very ground beneath their feet. Heavy rain began to pelt the forest canopy, turning the world grey. Leo whimpered in fear, pressing his shivering body against Doby's warm flank. His golden fur was quickly matted by the downpour as Doby nudged him forward into the rising mud. They reached the riverbank, but the peaceful stream was gone. In its place was a churning, brown torrent of white water. Leo took one look at the crashing waves and retreated, his tail tucked tightly between his legs. Doby knew there was no other way. He lowered his frame, pressing his belly into the cold, wet grass. "Climb onto my back," Doby signaled with a gentle nudge. Leo scrambled up, gripping Doby's mane with his small, sharp claws. Doby stepped into the freezing water. The current slammed against his legs like a physical weight, trying to sweep him downstream into the rocks. Every step was a battle. He dug his hooves deep into the shifting riverbed, inching forward with grueling effort. His muscles burned, but he refused to give in. Finally, his hooves hit the solid ground of the opposite bank, and he hauled them both out of the freezing depths. The lion Pride waited at the ridge. Mama Lion snatched her cub and let out a low purr of deep gratitude toward the donkey. Doby stood tall, his coat soaked and his legs shaking, but his head was held high with pride.